official GwirForce Lodge, young volunteers pay respect, in partnership with GwirVol. Before we begin, please can you give a big round of applause for all our volunteers. Hello, my name is Steve, I'm the GwirForce chairperson.
Hello, my name is Mel and I'm the GwirForce vice chairperson.
Today we are here for all the same reasons. To celebrate young people in Wales and to officially launch GwirForce, of course. GwirForce is a diverse panel of young volunteers in 14 to 25, and together with GwirVol partners, we are working towards a better image of young volunteers in Wales. GwirForce have many things going on today, and you can be involved. And normally we tell you to take your phones off, but not today. Today we would encourage you to tweet us and tell us what you think about the day using the hashtag #MakeRespect, as you can see above. Just make sure you tag us on Facebook and you want to do that as well. But please make sure your phones are on silent. There will also be a question and answer session with GwirForce later on, and you can either pop your question in a box on the park, or you can tweet us, or throw the microphone around. You can ask any question you want. Our views, our experiences, or even if you like it, it's up to you. As you can also see above me, there are QR codes which stand for quick response. And if you've got a smartphone, compatible phone, then you scan that and it will take you straight to our information. Now, as I said earlier, we're all here for the same reason, but have you ever stopped to think about the image of young people in Wales? We believe to challenge the image of young volunteers, then in turn, the image of young people will be challenged as well. Now, if you look at young people in the press, nearly 90% of all negative portrayals. Now, this is steadily increased after the underlying last year summer, but we all know there is relative difference. Young people across Wales are engaged in meaningful and worthwhile experiences. Young volunteers care about the community they live in, and we should recognise this. Young people have the ability to shape and mould the world we live in. Now, Franklin Roosevelt once said, we cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build the youth for our future. Young people are doing extraordinary things, whether it be climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, helping those less fortunate themselves to access arts, or just helping on the local youth club. So let's build the youth of it now and tomorrow, today. Let's celebrate their achievements, support their activities, and show the rest of the world what it means to be a young volunteer in Wales. Cofiwch eiriau Dr Zeus, and I fath fod rywun fel sy'n poenen ofnadwy, does dim byd am wneud ddiwetha, dim byd. Remember the wise words of Dr Zeus, unless someone like you cares an awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not.
The Children's Commissioner's job is to stand up and speak out for children and young people. He works to make sure that children and young people are kept safe and that they know about and can access their rights. He is both a respected children's rights expert with 25 years experience in social work, youth work and youth justice roles, and a champion for young people. And if he had a superpower, he would like to fly. Please welcome on stage to deliver his keynote speech, Keith Towler, Children's Commissioner for Wales.
Thank you. It's not very often I get to follow something like a Rocky Horror Show, but it's what we scared by a chimpanzee on my right-hand side. So thank you for that opportunity. I've got 10 minutes, and I've been told if I overrun, somebody will come and grab me off the stage. I realise now that's a pretty scary prospect, so I am absolutely not going to overrun. Thank you for the opportunity to join you here today and to celebrate what GwirForce is all about. As Steve said, GwirForce is a panel of young people who support GwirVol. And when I arrived, I noticed all these people in different hoodies, and Phil Burton described this best. The GwirForce people are the young people, the GwirVol people are the older people. Okay, that's really cool. I've got that one absolutely nailed. In the introduction, so obviously, if I had a superpower, I'd like to fly. And that came about interviewed for the role of being a children's commissioner, there were two panels. There was an adult panel and there was a panel of children and young people. And it was the panel of children and young people that asked the most telling questions of every candidate. When I talked to other candidates for this job, we all agreed that. So there'd be really, really hard questions like, without any kind of preparation, what do you think of Article 31 of the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child? That's a really good article. What on earth is Article 31? Absolutely knowing that that child or young person who asked the question knew that was all about play. And in my head, I was really working out, trying to work, one's about this, two's about this. By the time I got to 31, my mind hadn't really, so they helped me out. Keith, it's about play. Great, okay, that's really helpful, thank you. So the grilling was really, really interesting. And then came the killer question. If you had superpowers, what would they be? And I thought it was really, what's really interesting about that is you start with, and I tell you, I felt it was a really, really sycophantic response, something that tries to show children I really cared about their rights. So, in my head, this must have been going on for about 2 seconds, but it felt like it was quite a conversation going on in my head. Shall I go for, I would like the power for every child to have their right delivered to them on every occasion that they need it? Yeah, that would be really, really good. Or should I do something about going back to Article 31, every child's right to play? In the end, I said, I tell you what, I'd like to be able to fly. And the children and people thought that was a really, really interesting question. Why was that such an interesting question? Because I think what it demonstrated was my ability as a candidate and their ability to have fun and talk about things whilst we were trying to do something incredibly serious, which was about making sure that every child, every young person in the country had their rights to live. So the work that GwirForce is doing, and the illustration with the puppets and all the rest of it, is very clearly saying to me, here are young people between the ages of 16 and 25 who are having their voices heard in a fun, exciting, dynamic way, but in a way which actually delivers something pretty fundamental for all young people across the whole of Wales. And that's about the wonder of volunteering. That's about being part of your local community. The UN Convention on the Rights of the Child is a framework of rights for every child and young person across the whole world. And we talk about participation, provision, and the protection of children and young people. But the participation element of it sometimes gets overlooked. The significance of it sometimes gets overlooked. So what is it about volunteering and youth volunteering which makes it so powerful? Well, Steve said, I think one of the things that does more than anything is it actually starts to counter some of the negative stereotypes that we sometimes see in our media about children and young people. Yeah? I went to, some people have heard me say this before, I went to Geneva to talk about how the UK does on children's rights, and a member of the committee asked me why in the UK we dislike children and young people so much. Why we portray them on our newspapers in such a negative way. But what GwirForce is all about, what youth volunteering is all about, is demonstrating, showing to everybody who could take the trouble to read the paper, or get on Twitter, or look at a social network site, or read or watch the TV, or whatever it might be, that actually children and young people can contribute brilliant things to their community life, to their social life, to their school life, to their work in colleges and universities, and they're doing it every single day. Now what's that about? That is about young people demonstrating in a really mature way how they're going to exercise their right to be a citizen of the country. I thought that the hashtag that you've used is really, really brilliant, begging with respect. It is about, I think, respect between generations. I think it is about young people saying, we're here to make a contribution to our community lives and our family lives. I spend a lot of time as a Children's Commissioner travelling around the whole of Wales. And I visit schools, youth clubs, hospitals, hospices a couple of weeks ago, all kinds of places, residential care centres, talking to children and young people about what they do. And in the last year, I just run down as I was sitting here drinking a cup of coffee, the kind of volunteering that I've seen young people do in the last year. It's quite a list. I've seen young people volunteer in the world of sport. I've seen brownie leaders and scouts and cub leaders helping younger children. I've seen people get involved in community projects. I've seen environmental projects. I've seen children and people raising money for all kinds of deserving causes. I've seen young people supporting smaller children. I've seen children supporting older people. I've seen intergenerational projects. I've seen young carers who do some of the most inspirational work of any children and young people I've ever met. And I see them all the time. And I think one of the brilliant things about GwirForce is actually enabling everybody, all communities in Wales, to get exposure to the idea that young people and volunteering is a real key part of our society. But the other side of that is what young people talk to me about why they volunteer, which I think is really interesting. There's no doubt that volunteering builds self-esteem, that it improves health and well-being outcomes for children and young people, that it really provides an opportunity to get involved in community life, really provides an opportunity to pay things back, that children and people grow through volunteering, develop skills through volunteering, have a lot of fun through volunteering, but are doing something that is making a massive difference in our lives as a community, as a Welsh community. Can young people change the world? Yes, they can. That sounded like Barack Obama. But I think that's true. I do think that is true. I think that's what young people should hold on to. So when we talk about Article 12 of the Convention and the right to have your voice heard, why do you want to have the right to have your voice heard? So you can change the world. So you can make a positive difference. That's what GwirForce, I think, represents. And I'm here to congratulate you for doing that work, to support you in any way that I can as the Children's Commissioner in the years ahead as you develop this. And to say to all of you, let's just all make sure we change the world and make it a better place for every child, young person, and other member of the community that we have here in Wales. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you very much. I can see the shepherd's hook is about to get me. So I am going now before some puppet comes out of the bag and grabs me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Keith, for that inspirational speech. As always, it's a pleasure to have you speak. You are truly vital here in Keith Towler. Maybe Wednesday you all get to speak.
Next, ladies and gentlemen, performing an original song called Sailor Song. Please give a warm welcome to Charli Bicknell.